During the peak of my social anxiety, I played mute in the bed of New York's Crown Prince. No matter how hard he worked, I grit my teeth and didn't make a sound. That is, until his white moonlight, the one who got away, returned to the States, and he wired me a $5 million severance package. In my excitement, I blurted out, "Thanks, boss, you're the man." I covered my mouth in horror, but the man just laughed in disbelief. "My little mute, don't tell me I just performed a medical miracle?" Being a mute canary had its perks. No need for flattery outside the bedroom. No need to scream, "Daddy, you're amazing," inside the bedroom. The only downside was, I couldn't curse when I was pissed off. Like right now, Ethan Sterling noticed my mind wandering. His hands gripped my waist. He flipped me over with brute force, biting and gnawing, fierce enough to tear the flesh off and swallow it whole. "Ah, you dog," I screamed internally. On the outside, however, I was pathetic. Eyes red, tears falling plip-plop, finding leverage in the rocking motion, wrapping my arms around his neck, rubbing my cheek against his, begging for mercy. Based on experience, as long as I made this face, Ethan would wrap things up quickly. But tonight, he was possessed. He went through one ultra-thin wrapper after another, from the bed to the bathroom to the sofa, until midnight. Only then did he hold me, satisfied, and carry me back to bed. I was exhausted, but thinking about what was coming next, sleep vanished instantly. This afternoon, one of Ethan's buddies came over. The study door wasn't closed tight. Bits of conversation drifted out. "Jenny is coming back tomorrow. Are you sending a car, or picking her up yourself? Is Jenny something you're allowed to call her?" Ethan's voice was freezing. The friend quickly corrected himself. Okay, I'm not worthy. That's your exclusive pet name." It was begging for mercy, but mostly teasing. Everyone in the circle knew Ethan Sterling had a white moonlight he couldn't forget. He protected her well. People knew she existed, but no one knew her full name or what she looked like. Why they weren't together remained a mystery. Once, bored, I helped Ethan organize his study. I saw a yellowing photo. The girl wore a hat, facing sideways. The only visible half of her face looked 80% like mine. My mind flashed back to the first time I met Ethan. I was standing by the curb, on my phone. A car pulled up in front of me. I didn't look closely, thought it was my Uber. Opened the door, sat right in. When you're out in the world, you give yourself your own identity. As a socially anxious person, to avoid small talk with drivers, every time I got in a car, I pulled out my prepared scrolling text. "I am mute. Please do not speak to me." The moment I shoved my phone in his face, I realized the driver was a cold, noble, devastatingly handsome man. Handsome enough that a car used for Uber looked like a luxury ride I couldn't afford under his aura. He looked at my screen again and again, stunned for a long time, before asking in a husky voice where I was going. Seeing the photo, it all made sense. Ethan's loss of composure back then wasn't because I got in the wrong car. He didn't kick me out, not because of my fake disability, but because I looked like his lost love. Silence filled the office for a second before the conversation resumed. "What about the one at home? She's timid, and a mute. Probably can't be seen in public." I didn't listen to the rest. I turned and left. If I didn't leave, I wouldn't be able to control myself. I would have laughed out loud right there. 3 years. 3 whole years. I played mute for 3 years. Finally, the breakup is here. I was too excited to sleep. I turned my back to Ethan, unlocked my phone, tapped into the Canary support group. I got pulled in by an enthusiastic girl in a VIP lounge while accompanying Ethan to a dinner once. The ultimate goal of every member was to secure a Skype